I never imagined our relationship could reach this point. Yet here I am, sitting alone in the dim light, replaying every moment of the last 2 days. It all began with a conversation I had hoped I would never have. A few days before the party, she mentioned it casually, almost like it was no big deal. "There's a swinger party next weekend," she said, her tone light, curious. "I'm thinking about going." I froze. "What?" I asked, trying to keep my voice calm. She shrugged, as if it were a minor decision. "You don't have to come. Maybe it could be fun." I took a deep breath, forcing myself to remain composed. "I'm not comfortable with that. I don't want you to go. This isn't just jealousy or control. It's about respect. Respect for the promises we made to each other." She rolled her eyes. "You don't trust me. You're being unreasonable." "I do trust you," I said, my voice faltering. "But this isn't only about trust. It's about boundaries and what we mean to each other." My words shook with the emotion I was barely holding back. She scoffed, arms crossed. "Maybe I don't want those boundaries anymore." That night, the argument erupted. I paced the living room, heart hammering, desperate for her to understand. She shouted that I was suffocating her, controlling her freedom. "I love you," I said, my voice breaking. "But love isn't allowing someone to disregard you. Love is respect. And right now, you're breaking the respect we built." She looked at me coldly. "I'm going whether you like it or not." The next morning, I woke to an empty bed and a single unread message. "I'm sorry you feel this way. I need to live my life." That message was a final blow. I felt discarded, as if I was nothing more than an obstacle in her path. Without hesitation, I scheduled a meeting with my lawyer. I needed to protect myself, to safeguard my heart. The idea of divorce felt like surrender, but I saw no other choice. Then she appeared. I was in the lawyer's office, filling out forms, when the door opened. There she stood, eyes red, hands trembling, yet her resolve unmistakable. "I want to talk," she said softly. I don't know if I should be relieved or angry. I admitted. "You're late?" I said, trying to keep my tone even. She inhaled deeply. "I know. I should have been honest before. I shouldn't have gone behind your back. I was wrong." I studied her, trying to discern sincerity from fear of loss. "Why did you go?" I was confused. I felt trapped, she confessed. "But after everything, I realized I want us. I want to make this right." Her voice trembled with emotion. I stayed silent for a long moment. "Fix it? How? How am I supposed to forget that you ignore my feelings?" "I'm not asking for forgiveness yet," she said, taking my hand. "I'm asking for a chance to rebuild your trust. I'll do whatever it takes." I squeezed her hand but kept my tone steady. "The hardest part isn't what you did. It's the disrespect. Respect is everything. Without it, nothing else matters." Tears welled in her eyes. "I promise it won't happen again. You're my husband. I want us." We spent hours talking about the hurt, the boundaries, the trust that had been shattered. She shared how lost she felt, how attending the party was a misguided attempt to fill a void, and how she now recognized it was a mistake. I shared my pain, how her choice made me question everything we had. It wasn't easy. There were tears, raised voices, heavy silences. But beneath it all, a fragile hope lingered. I told her, "I'm willing to try, but this is your last chance. If respect isn't restored, our marriage can't survive." She nodded, understanding the weight of my words. "Thank you. I won't fail you." Walking out of the lawyer's office together, I didn't know what the future would hold, but for the first time in days, I felt a glimmer of possibility. It wouldn't be simple, but if love and respect could endure this, perhaps our marriage could too. I learned that love alone is never enough. Without honesty, respect, and consideration for each other's feelings, even the strongest relationship can unravel. She made a choice that violated my trust and crossed a line I thought unbreakable. But her willingness to face me, to apologize, and to ask for a real chance showed that healing might be possible. I decided to give us that chance. Not because the pain vanished overnight, but because respect became a foundation we both needed to rebuild. If she could honor that respect, we might find our way back to each other. If not, I will protect myself and leave with my dignity intact. Sometimes, the toughest choices are the ones that save us in the long run. For now, I choose hope. Hope that respect can mend what was broken, and hope that love, anchored in respect, can survive even the darkest trials.